Okay, everybody, we are live. Welcome back to Weirdo. So, the purpose of Weirdo is to acknowledge those things that are weird, that make us who we are, and that aren't quite what everyone says that you should do. My personal belief is that you're weird is what makes you, you, and you is what people buy when they buy your services and products. They're connecting to the real, authentic you. So, be weird, because that's what people are going to connect with. So, real quick, so until I get guests and get the whole format of Weirdo sorted out, we're just going to do a few real quick shows. 3 topics today: Facebook algorithm changes, why you shouldn't worry so much about those, prehistoric scheduling tools, and the greatest showman. So let's get started. So last week, Facebook announced that they are changing the algorithm. The algorithm is the thing in Facebook that causes you to see certain posts in your Facebook feed and to not see certain Facebook posts. And they announced that they're going to start moving forward in the algorithm, making sure people see posts that have a lot of engagement on it. What's engagement? Engagement is people commenting, sharing, and liking the post. And that's got a lot of people freaked out, especially in the social media community. There's a lot of people who just throw a post up onto a page, and that's it. That's all they do. That doesn't work. Well, it didn't work before, and it sure as hell is not going to work now. So, in order to make the algorithm change work for you, you have to start engaging with people. You have to interact. You have to treat Facebook like it's, social. If you were having a conversation with somebody and they came into, your office, you wouldn't just here, read this magazine article, and then just stare at them for a while. No. You tell them why they should read the magazine article, and then as they're reading it, you would interact with them and engage with them. Or actually, let's be honest, you probably wouldn't just throw a magazine article at them first time they came in. You would ask them, hey, tell me more about yourself. How are you doing? Why are you here? What are you looking for? It's all about engagement now. It's not about just throwing shit up there. So, real simple way to do that: when you post something and somebody likes it, acknowledge their like. If somebody has a comment, acknowledge that. Talk to them about it. And this is something you see on really big brand social media and you see on smaller social media. There are so many social media managers that they don't do anything other than just post. So post, interact, have fun. If you are working for your own personal brand, I strongly recommend getting involved in Facebook groups if you're not already. That's a great way to get engagement and to get people to interact with you. So that's my 2 cents on that. People are making a lot of fuss, but it only really changes and hurts people who are not doing a good job anyway with their social media. So that's my 2 cents. If you hate me for it, that's okay. Interact with me and engage with me and tell me why you hate it. So, the other thing, it's where do you get the time to do this interaction? I'm so glad you asked. So, this is the other thing I've been working on this week. So, my thing is, there's a ton of stuff I want to do, but I forget about it, or I get distracted, or something else happens. So, I've discovered that if I write everything down, it gets done. This is a little calendar pad I found at Target, and if you take a look at it, okay, there we go. You see it's got times on it and places for me to write stuff in to do. Now, you'll notice that not all of these things are checked off. That's because I haven't gotten to them yet, but what I've noticed is that even if I don't get to them in the time period I've allotted, they still get done because they're written down. And I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta... Oh, hey, I did do one thing on here. Okay, awesome. All right, cool, right? So it's a really great way to keep organized and to make sure you've got everything. There are people that digital stuff works good for. There are people that have all this stuff in their head, and I'm really impressed that you can remember all that. For me, the digital stuff is so easy to just, oh, later, click, dismiss, click, dismiss. But if it's written down, then it's there. I can see it. And we are live right now, so we have some comments. Patricia says, I call my list building blocks. And that's actually really cool. Tell me more about that idea in the comments, Patricia. I like that. I like that a lot. That's actually really cool. At first I was like, oh my God, what am I? A preschooler? I got to write this shit down. But the thing is, it works. So it's weird. It works. And I'm a preschooler mentally. And to be honest, there's not a lot of people who's going to disagree with that. No, there's not. And finally, actually, this is kind of fun. I'm kind of liking this just free-form babbling, but I'm kind of liking it. We'll probably keep some of the babbling in the Weirdo show, but I definitely want to bring guests and people on who have things to tell you and things to share with you that can make your life better and help you embrace your weird and feel more, I don't know, empowered in your weird. And speaking of empowered and weird, oh my God, if you have not seen The Greatest Showman yet, go see it now. It's still in the movie theaters. It is, support it, pay money in the theater to go see it. Don't be a cheapskate. This was an amazing movie. If you are a weirdo, if you're a dreamer, if you have ever felt like you were not part of the world, like you were excluded from it, this is the movie for you to see. It's a story of P.T. Barnum and how he founded his circus. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, they totally whitewashed him. I mean, he was sanitized and scrubbed. You think this man was Mother Teresa. Well, actually, she wasn't always that great either, so we'll find a better person to compare him to. But you would think he was the best thing since sliced bread. P.T. Barnum is considered actually one of the first marketers and really should be your spirit animal if you are in this business. He learned what it takes, and he worked on what people wanted to see so that he could bring that to them and show them and drum up their expectations to the point where they just had to see it. It's a great movie. The music is incredible. It's very inspirational and aspirational for people like, well, me, probably you. You want to build something. You want to make the world a better place. You can see all these amazing things, but sometimes the people around you just don't get it. So, Greatest Showman, highly recommend it. Definitely go see it. And let's see what we have here. So Patricia says her building blocks, she puts a box around each item, and that helps keep them separate. Then I check each off as it's done. And that's pretty cool because I bet you all of those little tasks also build to whatever you're doing, right? So it's like, yeah, they're blocks and they're building blocks, and yeah, I'm sure everybody gets it. Okay. Thank you so much, guys, for the second episode of Weirdo. I am looking for guests that want to be on the show with me. I would love to have you. But until then, next week, I will see you then. And if you have anything you want me to talk about or rant about or go on about, there's a ton of, I would love to hear it. Just let me know. I probably should work on not saying, so much, right? Oh well. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. I love you, and I will see you next week. Bye.